right exit in an orderly fashion. The main building exit is located through the roll-up doors you entered. The assembly point is directly outside those doors. Please notify any Derby Doll staff or the representative of the Vernon Fire Marshal if any emergencies arrive. Hello, Los Angeles! I want to welcome you here to Dollhalla and to this exciting championship bout of roller derby action between Junior Fight Crew and the Junior Varsity Brawlers. I am your announcer, Trixie Biscuit. Are you ready to meet the skaters? Skating out first, please welcome the Junior Varsity Brawlers. 000 Bella Blitz. 1/9, it's Jinx. Wearing number 23, it's Firefox. Number 36, Slim Reaper. 97, Greased Frightening. 122, it's Smaller Brawler. 333, Skeleton. Number 707, Johnny Crash. 926, Princess Leia. 1205, Slam Eggs. 1989, Mad Mercury. 2287, Killer Frost. Co-captain of the Junior Varsity Brawlers is 529, Mojo Mayhem. And your captain of the Junior Varsity Brawlers, it's 8055, Boss Odds. Manager of the Varsity Brawlers is Jaegerbomb bench coach Oblivion Westwood. One more time for the Junior Varsity Brawlers. And now, please welcome to the track, Junior Fight Crew. Number 30, Guillotina Belcher. 88Q, Sweet Baby Rage. 267, Chicken Noodle Swoop. 287, Malice in Wonderland. 478, Finding Gory. 594, it's Diva Destruction. 687, TNT. 857, Kitten Crush. 1154, Angel of Death. 6248, Pink Poison. 7666, Hermione Danger. She's wearing 3D, she is Grim Barton. Co-captain of the Fight Crew, 203, Shreddy Mercury. And your captain of the Junior Fight Crew, C3PO, it's Chewbacca. Manager of the Fight Crew is Karma. Bench coach, Birthday Girl, Brooklyn Decker. Keep it going for the Fight Crew. And now I'd like to extend a special welcome to my co-announcer, Shady Hawkins. Shady, why don't you tell them all about the Enforcers?
Oh, the Enforcers? Oh, okay. Hi, here's the thing. The head referee, all right, is Ridley Scorpio. Penalty calling referees, Oliver Closeoff, Voltron, and Snow White. Suspect Ed, third-degree burns, Morningwood. Infield game officials, Hassel Black, Sweep the Leg Johnny.
Derelict, Girl Friday, Cleo Von Ludwig, and Dorky and Dangerous. Your officials in the booth, Scary Fisher, Jackie Nimble, and Cheese May. And runner is Whiskey Behavior, your enforcers. And now I'd like you to please rise if you feel like it, take off your headgear if you want to, and observe the playing of the national anthem. I can't do it cold. And now I have just one more thing to do, and that's to ask you, are you ready for roller derby action? Hey, this is a big day. We got a championship bout on our hands right now. And I want to apologize to Shady Hawkins for dumping her in the poop by making her read the very second she appeared in the booth. Sorry about that, Shady.
All good. I'm happy to be here. It's so good to be back. It's been a minute since I've seen these skaters, but I'm so excited to see what they've been working on, and I know they've been working on a lot if they earn their way to this championship bout.
Absolutely. It's been a great season all the way around, but if this is your first time, I want to let you know, roller derby is played in jams of 60 seconds. This jam will go on for 60 seconds. The players with the stars on their heads, they're called the jammers. The one in the front is the lead jammer. They're both going to go around once, and then they're going to try to pass opposing players. They get 1 point for each opposing player that they pass. That first lead jammer is for VB, but she got passed on the inside by a very exciting move by that Fight Crew jammer. 11:54, that's Angel of Death. That was amazing.
That was an amazing use of that long leg that she has, just stepping right around the VB wall.
Yeah, it wasn't so much an apex jump as a giant apex step.
Whatever works.
So the lead jammer has the ability to end the jam by patting her hips. You just saw Angel of Death do it, and that ends this jam. VB racks up 4 points on that jam, and Fight Crew 5.
Looks like we've got Chew Blocka on the jammer line for Fight Crew. And I believe that's Miss Firefox for Junior Varsity Brawlers.
Yes, indeed it is. Chew Blocka, not just the captain of Fight Crew, but also a DDX, Derby Dolls All-Star. And also lead jammer. We'll put that on her resume too.
Y'all might recognize TNT. She's the blocker in the red, giving Firefox a hard time in the back from her Hulu spot on that Nissan commercial.
Oh, that's right. A lot of these skaters were in an awesome Nissan commercial. And that's C3PO Chew Blocka gets all her points and keeps the jam going.
Firefox finally breaking out of the pack, getting around, trying to force that call off on Chew Blocka.
A lot of people I know were playing Guess the Skater on that commercial, all thinking it was Adult Fight Crew, it was this skater, it was that skater. That was all our juniors.
Indeed.
Piling up that college money with those residuals. How about it? VB Jammer takes the line, but Fight Crew goes to the box. Chew Blocka with a cutting penalty. Also sitting is 529 for the Varsity Brawlers there. Mojo Mayhem with an arms.
We got Slim Reaper jamming for Varsity Brawlers in this special power jam situation.
That's right. Only one jammer on the floor. Only one team can score. The good news for the Brawlers is that jammer is Slim Reaper. The bad news is that Well, there actually is no bad news. I was going to say is those Fight Crew blockers have nothing to do in this world but stop that jammer, but they sure didn't do it on that jam. They're about to get another chance.
Nope, they're getting together in the back, though, trying to stop her on her scoring pass. And successful in doing so. They're slowing her down quite a bit this time around.
Yeah, some smaller blockers in this Fight Crew jam, but as long as you're in front of the jammer, it does not matter how small you are.
That is a fact. Some of the smaller skaters are actually the ones I find the most annoying when I'm playing as a large skater, because they just buzz around my feet and I don't know what to do with them.
They sit in your lap and tell you what they want for Christmas. What I want for Christmas is no points for you. But that's 10 points. 10 points for the Brawlers. They make this a tie game, 14-14. Got two jammers on the line this time around. Nobody in the box. Everybody gets to play. I like that.
Ooh, getting kind of messy there in turn one, but that's not going to stop Bella Blitz from taking lead jammer. And she is racing around this track. I've had the pleasure of coaching her for quite a while, and I think this is the fastest I've seen her move.
She is lickety
Holy
split.
smokes, and Grim is not going to let her pick up that last point. She's going to run away. Great strategy all around. I love it.
Bella Blitz, Mom and Dad say, we're so proud of your derby skills. Now use those hip bones and watch those penalties. So, sage words from Mom and Dad. Mama Blitz and Daddy Blitz.
They're not wrong on the hip bones thing. Those things are weapons.
And Fight Crew's going to the box one more time. Grim Burton with stopping. So this makes this a second power jam right out of the gate for Varsity Brawlers. 1989, also sitting for the Brawlers for a no block.
And that is Jinx jamming out there for the Varsity Brawlers, taking on Fight Crew blocker after blocker, trying to take her to the rail. Finally getting caught up a little bit by TNT there in turn two. And wow, Fight Crew is just doing an excellent job of recycling all around this VB pack.
One more to beat at the front, but she gets stopped dead at the rail, and Fight Crew is able to recycle the front yet again. This pack is at a crawl. According to the rules of roller derby, once the whistle blows, you have to start moving in that counterclockwise direction. You are not allowed to stop. You're not allowed to take a single step backwards. So even though this pack is going very, very slow, it has to keep moving forward.
Jinx is still getting caught up. I don't think she's made it out of the pack.
No, TNT crushed her against the rail right there as time was running out. Finishing off what was an excellent defensive jam for Fight Crew. No points for VB on that power jam.
Looks like this is going to be a close one, Trixie.
It is certainly going to be an exciting game. We've had a lot of exciting games this whole season.
That's fantastic because that's what makes them fun to watch.
Absolutely. I see some bodies in the penalty box. We're going to get the report. Oh, and Bella Blitz did not listen to Mom and Dad. They said watch those penalties. She is sitting for directional block ×2 and an arms penalty.
That is 3 penalties. In a full-length game, you're allowed to get 6 and still skate, but on that 7th penalty, you will be removed from the track.
And we never like to see those ejections, especially in a championship game. The skaters have worked so hard to get to today. We want them all to play the whole 4 quarters.
Killer Frost is out there jamming for Varsity Brawlers, but she is stuck behind that awesome Fight Crew defense that we've been seeing all day.
Diva Destruction at the front of the pack, stuck behind a VB wall, shakes it loose. She's lead jammer for Fight Crew.
We got Grim Burton going in for an assist, trying to create some points for her jammer.
But it was a tough call with all the Fight Crew in the back. They didn't have much time for the Fight Crew jammer to get those points before she had to call it off.
You got to think quick and move even quicker. This is a very fast-moving sport.
Fight Crew picked up 2, VB snuck 1. It is 1917 Varsity Brawlers, and Grim Burton goes to the box again for arms. That means Fight Crew's down 1 blocker. Still got that jammer though. And Skeleton sneaks through on the inside. She is lead for Varsity Brawlers.
Finding Gory's getting out right behind her, though, for Fight Crew. Looks like Fight Crew defense, like they've been doing all day, is setting up that back wall.
Oh my goodness.
Sacrifice of body and self.
That was such a quick lateral move from that Fight Crew blocker, the Fight Crew pivot. And she absolutely sacrificed her body. I think that was pink poison.
Yeah, I believe it was. And that created a lead change situation. So now the Fight Crew jammer is in the lead.
Oh, that's a bummer. Fight Crew jammer was making it through, wanted to go for another scoring pass, but unfortunately tripped over her body and had to call off that jam.
Now, I'm no enforcer, but I think I might have seen some penalties in that jam.
1 or 2. I definitely think, Johnny Crash is in the box for that trip, for low block. And we're also seeing Skeleton sitting down for a back block, and she was the jammer, and that makes this a power jam in favor of Fight Crew. Wasting no time at all is that Fight Crew jammer. TNT.
It's the Nissan Speed from TNT. She's feeling it.
And she cruised through like she was in the carpool lane. Full pull and lots of time to pick up more.
She's coming around again, and her teammates are right there trying to make holes for her, and successful in doing so, going through untouched by Varsity Brawlers.
Great assist by Grim Burton. Just can opener that pack. Ripped it open like a Christmas present.
Grim is such a fierce blocker. She's so good at defense, amazing at offense, and when you need her to jam, she's putting points up on that board.
Yep.
All around amazing athlete. And here's T coming through on the low. No one even saw her coming. I love it.
Another great, well-timed move by her defense, pushing everybody high, leaving her clear to score 20 points. Oh my goodness, Fight Crew in the lead after a towering 20-point jam. 23 for VB, 43 for the Brawlers. Chewblocka goes to the box for a multiplayer block. That'll put Fight Crew down 1 blocker.
Oh, this is my favorite jammer matchup. We've got Sweet Baby Rage jamming for Fight Crew, and we've got Bella Blitz for Varsity Brawlers. As a former DDX coach, seeing these two together rise up through the program and challenge each other and be toe-to-toe with each other has been amazing. And they're also really good friends.
I like that part too. Oh my goodness, Bella threw high, untouched. Calls off that jam. 4 points for the Brawlers. 4 minutes left to go in this first of our 4 quarters. And we've got a timeout for Fight Crew. That gives me an opportunity to tell you a couple of things. First and foremost, and probably just about the most important at all, this bout is brought to you by the Vernon Community Fund. The Vernon Community Fund provides charitable contributions to community-based organizations and governmental agencies in support of efforts to improve the quality of life, strengthen families, and affirm Vernon's ties with neighboring communities in pursuit of bright futures. We owe so much to the city of Vernon, and we're real proud and thankful to have them here.
S1 helmets, a symbol of protection, protecting the Derby Dolls since 2009. The official helmet of the Derby Dolls.
Yep, you can check them out at s-onestore.com. S1 helmets. When we resume play, Princess Leia is going to be sitting for an illegal procedure. That illegal procedure was was a false start. She started ahead of the whistle, did not correct it before the whistle, and so she's going to be sitting down as we resume this jam. Or rather, as we start a new jam.
Yes.
As we resume play.
For another 3 minutes and 54 seconds in this quarter.
Slim Reaper jamming for Varsity Brawlers. And she is lead.
I think that's Kitten Crush jamming for the Fight Crew. Right on the heels of that Varsity Brawler jammer.
Yeah, she was breathing down her neck the whole time, and that VB jammer decided, let's call this one off, shall we? What do you think? I love the way no one wastes any time, not 1 second, in getting up here, ready for the next jam. Ooh, boy, Mad Mercury encountering hard hits from Diva Destruction as she enters the pack.
Sweet Baby Rage finding a hole on the low and right on the heels of Mad Merc, chasing her down. Let's see if Merc's gonna try to put some points up. She's going for it.
Oh, goodness, she wiped out, but we're gonna have to see what the jam refs say as they report the points. I see Girl Friday reporting some penalties. Suspect Ed says 4 points for the Brawlers. So, you know, might be worth landing on your face for 4 points.
I would like to think she was trying not to land on her face.
Yeah, that's the goal. The goal is to not land on your face.
But the bigger goal was to score points, and that she was very successful in.
Sweet Baby Rage reports the penalty box for Fight Crew for a back block. That makes this a power jam.
With Johnny Crash jamming for VB.
This is VB's third power jam opportunity of the day. And Johnny Crash is making it count. She is out in lead. She's got 40 or so seconds left to do something with it.
You see her teammates in the pack there mixing it up, trying to break up that Fight Crew wall, trying to give her just a little bit of space to work with. That's all Johnny needs. And she decides to get whatever point she can and call it right off.
Grease Frightening doing a good job of inserting herself into that wall to try to make opportunity. Thank you. Hey, we'd like to ask you to please be mindful of the space around the track. Only referees within about 6 feet of the track. Everybody else, please stay away. I think we've got dispensation for our official photographer there, Grant Palmer. Thank you, Grant. But everybody else, back off, y'all.
I think Grant's been around enough to know when he needs to pull his camera back a little bit.
Well,
he can time it a little bit.
That's all part of sports photography, is that physical awareness. Fight Crew still lead, but that is not stopping Boss Odds. Boss Odds comes up alongside her, and Fight Crew calls it off. Looks like we're gonna get about one more jam in this quarter. Then we're gonna have a 5-minute break. You are so invited to go check out the merch. Go on outside. The Junior Derby dolls are selling light up rings and bracelets and wands to try to make some money for the DDX team to go to Battle on the Bank next year. So please, go get some shiny things. TNT lays a big hip on the that big hit on Bella Blitz. And she's not done doing it either. Bella was getting knocked all over the place, breaks free, forces the call off. That is some tenacious skating from that VB jammer. And that leaves us with time for one more last jam of the first quarter.
Just one more.
Just one more, you know. Oh, but I see a red flag being waved by Brooklyn Decker, coach of the Fight Crew. That means that she is challenging a call. She's the bench coach of Fight Crew, and she is challenging a penalty call, or she's challenging a points count.
Yeah, I did not see anyone in the penalty box, so I'm assuming she's going to challenge some points, or perhaps she just needs to talk to everybody.
Well,
that happens too. Sometimes, as a coach, you need a minute. You need to discuss some things with the head ref, maybe the other coach.
Chublaka was called for a cutting penalty, Chublaka of Fight Crew, and so that might be what Brooklyn's out there talking about.
Ooh. Cuts are no good.
They are no good. A cut is when you exit the track and get on in front of somebody who was not behind you when you left the track.
Well, if you could do that, that would make this game a whole lot easier.
Wouldn't it? I could just go right through the infield, and then I'd be like, hey, what's
Step
up?
down, step back up, you know.
So both coaches, both teams have made their case to head ref Ridley Scorpio, and the enforcers are all going to talk it over, see what they thought. If you have any questions about roller derby, rules, anything, just look for the lovely lady with the sign that says, "Talk derby to me." Ask her your questions. Try to stump her. She's also great at world capitals, so ask her about those too. Don't ask her about Azerbaijan. She doesn't know that one, but the rest of them, 100%. Ridley Scorpio calling the coaches back to give them the verdict. Now, we could try to tell by the coach's body language which of them wins this challenge and which of them loses, or we could just wait for Dorky and Dangerous to show us on the whiteboard.
I'm going to wait for Dorky. I've tried to read both Viv and Brooklyn's poker faces in the past and been very wrong. So I'll wait for the officials to let me know what's going on.
The suspense is killing me. Challenge lost. Oh my goodness, that means that Chublaka is going to be sitting for that cutting penalty. That's a problem because that brings her up to 4 penalties by my unofficial count, and that's a lot for 1 quarter. Fight Crew is winning by 16 points. I can math. But if they want to keep that domination up, they need Chublaka. She's a key player.
You need Chublaka. 16 points is a good lead, but it's not going to last for 3 quarters. That's easy. BB can chip away at that. If you think about it, it happened in one power jam, that amazing 20-pointer TNT had earlier.
Exactly.
It can change in one jam too, folks. It's that fast.
Pink Poison trying to push the action out 20 feet away from the pack, so they have to let her go. That's exactly what happens. And Fight Crew reforms in the pack to hold in that VB Jammer.
VB Jammer getting a little lost in that pack, needs to find her footing, get around everyone, and the Fight Crew Jammer is already back in the pack and scoring points.
Slim Reaper doing a great job of holding up Pink Poison by the rail. Forces Pink Poison to call it off, and that is your first quarter. Fight Crew in the lead, 50 points to 32. We'll see you in 5 minutes. welcome back.
Are we back now?
We're back, and it's the second quarter. Fight Crew's in the lead, 52-32, and we are starting this off with a VB Power Jam because Pink Poison is in the box for blocking out a play. Oh, goodness. All right, down one blocker. Greased Frightening sitting for also blocking out a play. Boy, everybody just couldn't stay in play, could they? Anyway, that makes this a...
Oh, a power jam. Power jam.
Heck yeah, Power Jam is right. Princess Leia wearing that star for VB.
She's putting a lot of power into it, but that Fight Crew defense today, I tell ya.
Yep.
They have been working on it, and it shows.
They're staying together, they're keeping it slow, they're recycling to the front. This is the recipe for a great Power Jam defense. Add a sprinkle of Grim Burton hitting people down with the hip, and you got yourself a stew going.
If you can get around Grim, count yourself lucky and run away from the rest because she will not let it happen again.
Yeah, but TNT is also keeping the pack together, keeping everybody in command.
We got a little star pass at the end there to Firefox. That's a fun trick. The jammers can take off the star and pass it to the pivot, which is the person wearing the stripe.
That's right, and if the pack is confused enough, and if you're sneaky enough, you can let it fly, and maybe they don't see that you're the jammer anymore, and you can sneak by, but that is not what happened. However, 926 Princess Leia is now going to the box her own self for blocking above the shoulders. That makes this a power jam in favor of Fight Crew. Fight Crew's also down one blocker, Diva Destruction. She's sitting down for directional blocking. That means she took a step in a clockwise direction while hitting somebody. And you're not allowed to do that. Woo, Mad Merc sending Sweet Baby Rage into the rail right there at the back of the pack. And then Bella Blitz does the same thing in turn one. Oh my goodness, she is getting peanut butter jelly time on that rail.
And Bella Blitz following her right down the track and then back up to the rail. Like I said, these two are so fun to watch, just giving each other the business all day long.
It is pointy hip bones on pointy hip bones, and you love to see it. Oh, I have never seen such an energetic defense as what VB is putting up right here. She block up, peels off a blocker, and springs Sweet Baby Rage. 15 seconds left. Will she be able to score some points before the end of the jam?
Fight Crew was trying to hold a goat Mad Mercury, but she wiggled her way out of that and was with her team, and now they're racing away to try to get as far away from the jammer as possible.
Grim Burton put Merc in the infield, and that gave Fight Crew at least one person to pass. That means at least 2 points because they get the point for the player who is in the infield.
Ooh, a spooky ghost point?
That is a ghost point, and it is terrifying. Enforcers are having a little discussion. They want to get this right. You know, that's the enforcer standard is absolute professionalism. They want to make sure those points are right before they report them. 3 points for the Fight Crew. But I see it came at a cost. Grim Burton sitting in that box again. Looks like possibly Bella. Yeah, Bella's sitting in the box too for VB. That means depleted packs all the way around as 3 blockers for each team.
Looks like we've got an official timeout on the track.
All right, we got more. here with it. Grim Burton sitting for a directional block, and as a special bonus, a multiplayer block. That's two blocks in one. Two of three also sitting for a delay of game, and 3 penalties for Bella Blitz on that last gym.
It looks like a multiplayer, and then yeah, a directional block times 2 for Bella Blitz.
Boy, that puts Bella in grave danger of expulsion from this game. As Grease Frighting comes on out as lead jammer.
And Kitten Crush for the fight crew, getting out of the pack and making her way around.
Grease Frightening picks up her last point, calls it off. Conserving energy. There's no reason to keep skating while, you know, if you know you're calling it off, if you know you're not going to get around before the opposing jammer gets to the back of the pack. Why not just call it off?
Conserve a little, you know?
Conserve that energy. That's how we're going to save the Earth.
Looks like we got clear penalty boxes.
How about
making
it?
these full packs.
Chublaka out in lead for the fight crew.
Is that smaller brawler coming around?
I do believe it is.
Oh my goodness.
And Chewy's through. She gets 4. But smaller brawler's got an answer. She's past 3, and there's the 4th one.
Pushing TNT out of play, not an easy task.
Ooh, and with a big hit on her way through, Chublaka picks up another 4 points, calls off the jam. 8 points to the fight crew. 4 points, VB. Brings us to 61 to 45. I just did that in my head. Yeah, that's right. As Guillotina Belcher goes to the box for the directional block. Skeleton had the lead, but she didn't count on that fight crew jammer. Sneaking up behind. 8:57, Kitten Crush with an amazing acceleration.
She's a little firecracker, huh?
So
Look at her
much
go.
intensity. Picked up her points, called it off. She's out of there. Jam's over. How about
She's
that?
already back on the bench. I don't know why you're still talking. She's sitting down. She's having tea already.
Right? She went to the bathroom. She washed her hands. She came right back on the track. That is one speedy lady.
Mojo Mayhem jamming for Varsity Brawlers, getting caught up by that fight crew defense, but now she's out of the pack and lead jammer.
Sweet Baby Rage fired out of that pack. Boom! She's got a lot of ground to make up. And Mojo gets stopped dead mid-pack, and with Sweet Baby Rage coming so very fast, she knows she's got to call it off. You see Coach Karma there, Manager Karma and Manager Jaegerbaum for the Varsity Brawlers holding up those signs. That's how they communicate from bench to bench, that they're putting up packs that are of the same level. Some of our packs do full contact, some of them do positional blocking only. We want to have skaters of the same level skating together for fairness and for safety.
VB Jammer coming out of nowhere, taking the low and taking lead jammer status, calling it off.
Yeah, she knew she was in front, but she could see out of the corner of her eye that fight crew jammer coming up, and that's the kind of awareness you need to develop in a effective jammer.
And you may be wondering why a jammer who's behind on the scoreboard would call it off instead of going for those points, but she wants to conserve a little time, get a fresh pack up there, maybe get a little bit more lead in front of the other jammer so that they can score even more points. It's all about being points greedy.
It really looked like Firefox had a clear path on the high, but ooh, tries the low, gets booted into the infield. I think that was TNT again. TNT's been blocking her heart out this game, huh?
T with a little help from Diva Destruction, who is a fierce blocker. She's single-handedly holding Firefox in the back. Guillotina now getting in there with her. And T's just there for support. Firefox's prize for getting past them is to have to deal with TNT.
I don't like that prize. I don't want that for Christmas. Get me something else.
That Fight Crew jammer really working hard, getting out of the pack and making her way around. Is that Shreddy?
I do believe.
Oh, I like her hair.
It's been a minute since you saw some of these folks.
It's been a minute since I've seen some of these kids, and I gotta tell you guys, my Grinch heart is growing.
Shady's heart grew 3 sizes that day. 6 points for Fight Crew, growing their lead to 70-46. 6 minutes left and a little change in this first half. I was about to say we've been skating clean packs for a while, but then like the seas parted for a second and I saw the box was full. That's right, number 30, Guillotina Belcher is sitting for a cut and blocking out of play. And 6'8", 7 TNT for directional block.
Sweet Baby Rage flying out of that pack. Boss right on her heels. Looks like she's going for points. Chewy with a sick assist on the high. Rage makes it out. Boss gets a little caught up, but she's still going. Rage is going to go get more if she wants to.
Oh, great block by Princess Leia at the high rail there. Forces the call off. Oh, that jammer was moving fast.
That whole pack was moving fast.
It was a very exciting jam. I liked that jam a lot.
I have to remember it's 1, a juniors game, and 2, I'm announcing on a microphone.
You have to say, oh, heck.
Oh, geez.
That was a doggone heck of a jam there, right there, I'll tell you.
Now we're getting Midwest on you. Oh, cripes.
And Boss Odds is sitting down for a back block. That makes this a power jam in favor of Fight Crew. And Angel of Death is through that pack within 10 seconds. Loads of time to pile up points.
I can see some of the senior Fight Crew skaters out there really trying to wrangle their pack and get together and make a plan to best help their jammer, to best slow it down, to make those points even easier to get.
And Angel of Death is through once again. I don't think she's going to have time to get back to that pack. And I'm right. How about that? That's not my first roller derby game. Angel of Death, we got a shout out for Angel of Death. This just in, whip your hair back and forth, Angel of Death. Well, she's going to be sitting in the penalty box. That's a lot of time to whip her hair back and forth. With Angel of Death in the box, this is going to be a power jam for VB in the box for a cut. Someone has suggested that Mojo get 20 points in this jam. I think it's her mom.
That would be Mojo's mom. Mama Mayhem over here.
The only thing that's better than watching Mojo rock this jam is watching her mom and dad cheer for her. Mama Mayhem and Metallicile.
Papa Mayhem, a.k.a. Metallicile. Going crazy in the corner over here for their power jammer. Mojo's been with the program for a hot minute now, and she is really grown, and it shows in her skills right now, the way she can just handle herself on this track. I love it.
She's such a, as a person and as a skater, she's incredibly poised, determined. She knows what she's about out there, and she's through one more time.
She knows when she needs to slow down. She knows when she needs to rev that gas, and right now she's giving it everything she's got to try to get around, try to get some more points up there for her team. Woo! Sliding by, but we'll see if the refs count that one.
Outstanding jam for Mojo Mayhem and the Varsity Brawlers. Putting up 13 points for VB. Somebody get Mama Mayhem an ice water. So that brings VB within 20 points of Fight Crew. A very important jam for them as this half starts to wind down.
The Fight Crew penalty bench is looking a little heavier than I'd like. Looks like they've got 2 in the box to start this one. To VB's 1, to be clear, for people who can't see.
As we, when we break for that halftime, and I do believe we are going to break right now for an official timeout, which, you know, I like because I wanted to tell you about cool stuff to do during halftime. We've got a food truck out there, El Vaquero, with your Mexican specialties. Go on out there and get your grub on. Plus our vendors, Violet Vintage. They make polymer clay earrings. They're really pretty. You should go check them out if you want to get some of those holiday presents. As well as Life on Its Side, providing original geeky watercolors and steampunk jewelry. I also want to let you know that the All-Stars Junior DDX is hosting Drag Bingo fundraiser, emphasis on fun, at Hamburger Mary's on January 12th at 6 p.m. There's a $20 suggested donation at the door, and it's 21 and over only. Sorry about that. Earnings are going to go to support Junior's travel team. All our Junior All-Stars are also selling lots of fun stuff today, and they've got flyers for the awesome bingo event. It's the first booth on your left as you exit the roll-up doors. Please support the kids and help them get to Philly for Battle on the Bank 2020. Another very important shout out. I'm not sure if she can hear me because she's real busy coaching her team right now, but Grim Burton and Sweet Baby Rage say happy birthday to the best mom and coach, Brooklyn Decker.
Aww.
Mad Mercury sitting down for a directional block. 203 for Fight Crew for a stop block, and C3PO for a directional.
Princess Leia out in lead for VB. It looks like, yeah, Miss TNT is right behind her for Fight Crew. Leia gets her points, and she is calling it off.
Woo. TNT came in hot, but I don't think she caught any before the end of the jam. 4 for VB, nothing for Fight Crew. They are closing that gap little by little by little.
They want to keep it exciting. You know, we're getting closer to halftime with only about a minute left in this half.
Well, I'll tell you what, I would rather, as a coach, hold on a second, we gotta report penalties. Hermione Danger sitting for blocking out of play. As a coach, I'd rather my team were winning the little battles, winning the 3 points here and 2 points there all throughout the game, because you just can't count on those big jam opportunities.
It also goes to show a little bit of the mental game that goes into this. It can be devastating to see the other team put up 20 points, 15 points, and knowing in the back of your head that that can happen in one jam. You can't count on it, like you were saying. You gotta keep going and just chip away slowly. Trust that your team has been working hard, that your coaches are working hard for you, and your strategy's on point.
Yeah, and that faith, and it's emotional resilience. You know, and it's one of the things that you want to develop in a young skater. It's not just about the points on the board, it's about what you get out of the game.
Well, and giving it your all in every jam to the very end of the game. I've seen teams down 30-ish points and win or almost win in penalty jams, which we'll talk about later.
I can't wait.
It's exciting stuff, guys. Riveting.
Just 10 seconds left in this half. This should be our last jam of the half.
Ooh, and there is a pile up in the straightaway.
That's right, everybody trying to stop Guillotine Belcher and Smaller Brawler.
And it's taken everybody to slow them down,
Brawler.
too.
No, it is Smaller Brawler. I was right. There goes Guillotine Belcher out of the pack. Lead, Fight Crew.
And you can watch those red skaters keep recycling on the VB Jammer. Smaller Brawler, but now she wiggles out.
Most of I'm seeing is bodies hitting the floor in that second straightaway. Belcher's through, coach says call it off, and that's just what she does. And that is halftime, y'all. We go into this halftime with Fight Crew leading the Varsity Brawlers 91 to 71. Please go out and visit merch, go check out some concessions, and get you some El Vaquero. We'll see you back here in 15 minutes.
Here we are in downtown LA with roller skating legend Johnny Knoxville and a bunch of crazy girls that call themselves the LA Derby Dolls.
The LA Derby Dolls, LA's all-girl banked track roller derby league.
Come on, Chew. Yeah, I'm cool. Careful, Chew.
Hey, what's going on? Oh!
Wait a minute.
Who are these girls?
You've got some fans, Mark.
I got some, yeah, ow. I'm getting roller derbied here.
There's no scripts, no gimmicks. This is the Derby Dolls.
LA Derby Dolls.
World famous LA Derby Dolls.
LA Derby Dolls.
Derby Dolls.
Derby Dolls.
Derby.
El roller derby.
Les Derby Girls.
LA Derby Dolls.
Please welcome the one and only LA Derby Dolls.
Welcome back to the second half of roller derby action here at Dollhalla in this championship game between the junior fight crew and junior varsity brawlers. Right now, fight crew are in the lead 91-71, but in a game that's featured one 13-point power gem, one 20-point power gem, I don't think that is anything like a safe lead.
I'd have to agree with that statement.
The teams are pretty evenly matched in the second half there. Looked like both teams, Fight Crew scored 41 points, VB about 39. Both teams are starting with one blocker in the box.
Looks like Sweet Baby Rage is sitting for a stopping penalty. And
that's Firefox, and she did something. I don't know what it was, but she did it. Penalties, I think, have been the big story of this game so far, Shady. As I said, the teams have been pretty evenly matched scoring-wise through the second, but Fight Crew's had a lot more penalties from key players.
It's more difficult to play roller derby with fewer people on the track.
Absolutely, and if we start seeing ejections, we could see the tide turn in a real hurry. Grim Burton's got 5, C3PO, the captain's got 5, Chewbacca there. And Fight Crew's got a lot of players sitting on 3, whereas VB's been pretty clean, all except for Bella Blitz, who is 1 penalty away from Oblivion. Well, no, Oblivion is her coach, Oblivion Westwood, but...
I mean, I don't know how much space a penalty is, but she could be 1 penalty away from her.
At least 1. There's not a lot of room over there by the bench. I think you would have to be within 1 penalty of her.
Yes.
Both teams scoring 4 in the last jam.
Hermione Danger with a huge takeoff right on the whistle. But that's not stopping Mojo Mayhem from taking lead jammer for Varsity Brawlers. Mojo running into a Fight Crew wall, but gets through and past Diva Destruction for a call-off.
I do not know how she got through that wall. That wall looked solid as could be, but she just kept hitting it. Junior VB, the whole team has a shout out from the fans. Skate fast, skate smart, be a team, and you can do this. How about that? How many VB fans do we have out there right now? There we go, and who's cheered for Fight Crew? Oh, I'm sure some people are cheering. I think more people are cheering for Fight Crew than that. I just picked a bad time to ask.
Fight Crew Jammer is trying to break out, and there she goes. But she is not lead. Looks like Angel of Death. And I'm going off of facial recognition on this, which is a little difficult.
Frightening Lightning was the lead jammer for VB on that one.
Oh, thank you.
That's all right.
That's why. Angel's so much bigger than that, huh? She grew up. Why do they have to keep getting bigger?
So they can skate faster. Get those long legs and stuff.
Jinx slides out in lane 1 to take lead. Sweet Baby Rage was taking the high, and she's right behind her. It looks like Jinxie's going for some points here.
Well, I hope so. That's her job. She better not be going for a burger.
I want a burger.
Ooh, I want some El Vaquero. If you want to watch the highlights, watch a replay of this game or several other of our games throughout the season, go to youtube.com. The Derby Dolls channel's got many, many, many of them. As TNT exits the pack lead for Fight Crew.
Boss Odds galloping her way to catch up to TNT. Trying to sneak through to score some sneaky points and steal lead, and she does. And the crowd goes wild. Looks like Boss was so fast she caught her team slightly off guard in the back, but they got through and made some points for her.
She got up there before they knew she was even there.
They were like, oh, fancy seeing you here again so soon.
You again? Weren't you just here? And that is Fight Crew over the century mark, 100. But VB creeping up behind cuts the lead to 10. It is 90-100, 10 minutes left to go in this quarter.
I'm loving the aggressive box lineups I'm seeing here, particularly Johnny Crash right now, sitting on Inviting Gory. Before the jam even starts, she's like, I'm parking it here, lady.
This is my spot.
She knows who she needs to watch out for. She knows who's going to give her jammer a hard time, and she's not going to let that happen.
Grease frightening again. I keep saying Grease frightening lead jammer. She's done it again. Okay, Grease frightening calls it off. 3 more points for VB, and this is exactly what I was saying before. You get those 2, you get those 3, you hold the other team to 0, and look at that. 20-point deficit cut to 7.
And that happened quickly. That was in a matter of a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we are less than a third of the way into this third quarter, for those of you who like fractions. That's 1/12 of a game right there. So you multiply the denominators. And there goes Diva Destruction. While I was doing math, she was studying the blade.
Killer Frost jamming for VB, and she is trying to make her way around to the pack, catch up to Diva. Those VB blockers are giving Diva a hard time in the front, so she calls it off.
4 points for Fight Crew. I think both teams must have had a hard discussion with their players about penalties, because we've been seeing full packs for the last couple of jams.
Sometimes you just need a little break and a pep talk.
That is true. The longer a game goes, the sloppier people tend to get as they get tired. That's another reason why ejections are such an important aspect. Oh, nobody saw her coming! That Fight Crew jammer picked her moment and charged.
Jamming is so much more than just speed and strength. It's also patience. It's waiting for those holes. It's finding your moment just like that and running on through. Never giving up, pushing through, even though blockers got you at the rail. You have to be able to persevere and make split-second decisions on what you're going to do. A VB jammer is caught up in the pack.
Kitten Crush one more time on the inside.
Johnny Crash is now out and chasing her down.
Outstanding jam from Kitten Crush. Oh my goodness, using her instinct, using her size, and just racking up those points. She's put another 10 on the board for Fight Crew. 114 to 93. Six, 2, 4, 8, Pink Poison going to the box for an arms penalty. Pink Poison, I love you with all my butt. I'd say my heart, but you know Mama's butt is bigger. Now, I don't know who said that to you, but I bet they're in trouble right now.
Mojo Mayhem is lead jammer for VB, but she's got Shreddy Mercury hot on her heels. And coming up on that Fight Crew wall. Ooh.
Knocking them down like dominoes. 0-0 is the score on that jam. As long as I'm shouting out to Pink Poison, your little brother Alfredo says, I hope you have a great time on the track. I love you. That's from Pink Poison's little brother Alfredo.
I want a little brother.
I only want one if he's as sweet as Alfredo. I hear most little brothers are little turds.
Mojo Mayhem sitting for a low block.
Oh no.
As the jammer, making this a power jam for Fight Crew. And it looks like we got TNT who's sitting for an arms penalty.
That's right, but one blocker down is not the same as one jammer down.
It is not. Chewy is already out of the pack and coming back up on it. She slices right through that VB wall.
Oh my goodness. She did this little S cut right before. So sneaky.
Chewbacca is a very precise skater, and she will pick her moment to turn her body and insert herself right in that wall and can opener and open, and just like she does.
Although what we were seeing there was just brute force. One skater against three trying to stop that wall. We'd like to give a huge thanks to our Derby Doll repair team. Thank you for keeping our skaters safe and taking care of them. So the medical staff is going to take that injured skater off and have a look at her, make sure she's doing okay. Looks like it is 7666 Hermione Danger. And Hermione, we love you, and we hope you feel better, and we wish you all of the best from everybody here in the Junior Derby Dolls family. If you are yourself ever looking for a chiropractor or an acupuncturist, visit one of the Derby Dolls repair team. They give so much to the league. They take care of our skaters. It's a volunteer basis, and they are giving their time, their knowledge, all the training they've received. They support the dolls all year long, and they're some of the best around. You can check them out at derbydolls.com/doll-repair. Just got to do a little bit more housekeeping before we get this game going again. Ridley Scorpio is talking things over with Brooklyn and Oblivion Westwood.
We want to make sure that when gameplay resumes, everyone is calm, everyone's back in the game, everything's squared away. We're on the right pack, we're doing it all by the book.
Absolutely. And it is kind of a serious moment, so I don't want to like try to sell you anything, but I do want to share with you what Brooklyn said. She wants to thank the entire Los Angeles Derby Dolls Junior family, skaters, parents, aunts and uncles, grandparents, etc., all the support team who get our skaters here, cheer them on in scrimmages and games, encourage them, and share in each and every success. Thank you for trusting us with our kids. They are all amazing, and Brooklyn and all of us are so proud of each and every one of them. So thank you all so much. If you are an observer, if this is your first game and you know somebody who wants to be a part of this amazing team and everything they do, you can do that. We always need refs, we always need skaters. You can be a referee by going to refs@derbydolls.com for more information. You don't have to skate. You can, but you don't have to. They'll train you to be a ref, and it's a real exciting team and some of just the nicest, most professional folks.
Looks like it must be getting warm out on the track as Jaeger's using her signs to fan her team.
You gotta keep the skaters cool. It's critical to peak physical function is body temperature. A lot of people don't know that, Shady Hawkins, but it's true.
It's a fact, it's science.
It's science, Shady. I could do science and math. I'm a double threat.
But that's it.
That's it, just two. Just science,
just
just
one and
math.
two.
All right, we got some information on penalties now. Mad Mercury is sitting for the Brawlers for a cut, and 926 Princess Slayer for blocking out play. Chublaka is going to be sitting for a cut. That makes this a power jam for the Varsity Brawlers. And boy, with those penalties, Grim Burton also sitting, that by my count puts Grim Burton and Chublaka one away from ejection. But that's not the story right now. Right now, the story is the Varsity Brawlers in this power jam. Smaller Brawler trying to fight her way out of the front of this pack.
I believe that's Slammin' Eggs.
Is it Slammin' Eggs? I'm so sorry, Smaller Brawler.
All good, and here she comes, Slammin' Eggs.
Slammin'
Lead
Eggs.
jammer in this power jam situation, running her little feet off, trying to get around this huge track so she can put some points up there for her team. Her blockers are doing an excellent job of keeping it nice and slow for her, and she wiggles on through. Sometimes you take a fall, though.
Sometimes you do. Pink Poison and Finding Gory left just the smallest gap in that wall, but that gap was enough for Slammin' Eggs, who's substituting in this game, by the way, to manage to get herself through. And the clock runs out on that jam. 5 big points for the Varsity Brawlers. I only see one jammer out there, Shady.
I also only see one jammer out there.
Okay, I'm glad. I thought it might have been just me. I had to check. Slammin' Eggs sitting in the box for an above the shoulders block. That makes this a power jam. Power jam advantage. Fight crew.
And Guillotina Belcher is going to be the jammer taking the power jam, and she's working her way through the pack, but she is nearly out. Just slides by Frosty there in the front, and she is on her way to scoring points.
She didn't exactly slide past her. I mean, they were kind of 20 feet out. They had to let her go.
Well,
Frosty wouldn't just let somebody slide past her.
That's true. There she slid past everybody.
There you go.
On her scoring pass.
With the able assistance of her assisting blocks, especially a really good one there by 88Q, Sweet Baby Rage. Oh my goodness, she comes in hot. Hits the back of the VB wall. Everybody takes a spill.
Fight Crew not only has the advantage of having the only jammer on the track, they also have one more blocker, which may not seem like a huge deal, but when you're outnumbered as blockers on the track, it becomes a very big deal very fast.
And she makes her way, beats the clock to get those last few points before the jam runs out. 15 points for Fight Crew. But we are playing a game of revolving power jams right here. Fight Crew jammer hits the box, and now we got a power jam advantage. VB.
Power jam.
Jinxie out there jamming for VV in this power jam. Breaking away from the pack. The pack is already working. Her blockers working to move those Fight Crew blockers. Fight Crew trying to stay together and get ready for when Jinx comes back in. To a wall of Grim and Chewy, no the less. And TNT out front, but she does it. She weaves her way on through, and here she goes for more points.
That's the power of separating those blockers and the danger of not having 4 out there. It's so much more powerful to have to be able to keep Grim away from that wall. And then they just have 2 up the front. It makes it really tough for Fight Crew to defend.
VB's strategy of holding the goat in the back seemed to work out a little bit, but then Grim was able to wiggle away.
Huge hit into the infield. That Fight Crew pivot managed to stay on, which made the jammer have to reset behind everybody. And that was enough to run out the clock, but 9 points for Varsity Brawlers, brings them over the century mark. Fight Crew 137, Varsity Brawlers 107. 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter. We got 1 more power jam. I see. Although I think we're going to talk this one out.
Power jam!
And that's an official timeout. If you would like to be a Derby doll, visit our table outside to learn all about our fresh meat program, or online at derbydolls.com/join for more information. Whether you want to skate roller derby for fun or to prepare for fresh meat, Derby Por Vida is the place for you. Visit the table outside to learn more. Derby Por Vida is awesome. You do not have to learn how to skate, but you don't have to know how to skate. You do have to learn how to skate.
Eventually. One might say, to keep this place up and running. We've got Track Monkeys, our doll repair team, as we mentioned before, our photographers, our wonderful rad crew up here in the booth. So many opportunities. So if you have something that you think looks fun and you want to try to do it, we will let you.
And Jinx is sitting for the Varsity Brawlers in that penalty box, making this power jam. 267, that's Chicken Noodle Swoop, is wearing the star for the crew.
Looks like Swoopy's waiting for her moment, and there it is. She's found it. And her teammates are wasting no time trying to create points. You see the Fight Crew in the back there trying to get 1, trying to hold 1, define the pack. Very excellent strategy, ladies.
purple jerseys converging on Chicken Noodle Swoop. But she gets past them all with 20 seconds left in the jam. The game clock's gonna run out on this quarter, but the jam will continue until the jam clock runs out or until Chicken Noodle Swoop says so, because she's in charge around here.
BB's trying to split the pack, racing it forward, forcing Fight Crew skaters to come up on them. But that kind of helped them out a little bit because it was just as their jammer was coming through on another scoring pass.
And she picked up a couple before that time ran out on her extra pass. Job well done by Chicken Noodle Swoop. 8 points for Fight Crew. They're ending this quarter ahead by, I'm stalling because I didn't do my math fast enough, 146 to 107. All right, one last 5-minute break, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna see how this whole season turns out. Don't miss it. Welcome back, and this is where it all happens. This is for all the marbles. This is the fourth quarter of the championship game of this season's Junior Derby Dolls between the Junior Varsity Brawlers and Junior Fight Crew. I promised I would ask again, so I'm going to. How many people here are cheering for Fight Crew? See, that's much better. They did so much better that time.
That was more than before.
How many are cheering for Varsity Brawlers? All right, well, keep it cheering, because the harder you cheer, the harder they skate. And they've got it all to skate for here in the fourth quarter of this championship game. Johnny Crash kicking off this quarter in the box for low block. And Shreddy Mercury, lead jammer, gets the points, calls it off.
Not wasting any time. She's like, oh, more points, please? Thank you.
Hey, there's not any time to waste. There's only 14:30 left in this whole season. It is time to get busy, if ever it was. Shreddy's sitting in the box, though. This is going to be another power jam opportunity for VB. Shreddy's sitting for arms alongside one of her blockers.
Bella Blitz is out on the jammer line for VB. And she is trying to get through the pack, but Fight Crew is not having it. There she goes, though. The VB blockers did a great job of distracting all of the Fight Crew blockers. Woo. She's just taking a slide for style points. It's cool. It happens. I will say, though, that turn does get slick.
And it's also tilted.
That's true.
Makes it hard to keep your feet. Pack is off and running now.
Fight Crew races to the front and gets together, trying to set up a plan for when Bella hits them, but she just goes right on through.
Well, they got forward, but they didn't get together, and so Bella was able to go through pretty much unopposed.
And she's got 5 seconds left here to try to put up some more points, and I think she just might.
Ooh, well,
Grim slowed her down a little bit.
She got her down, but there's 2 people in the box, so passing Grim picked her up another 3 points.
That is why ghost points are so scary.
Well, especially as the numbers add up in that box. We're waiting on the total, and it is 13, lucky 13 points for Varsity Brawlers. Bella Blitz, by the way, wants to thank Jaeger and Viv for always expressing your inner child during practice, but still teaching us valuable skills. Thank you, Jaeger and Viv from Bella Blitz. I didn't think Jaeger Mom had an inner child. I thought she only had an outer child. Two Fight Crew, count them, 2 in the box. Grim Burton with the directional block. C-3PO, Chewbacca, illegal block.
And you see both Grim Burton and Chewbacca taking off their helmets and handing them over to the refs as they have accumulated 7 penalties apiece.
Yep, that was the last penalty for both of them, last jam of the season. Both those skaters are ejected. So the good news for Fight Crew, 150 to 120, 12 minutes left in the game. Bad news, they're down 2 of their most effective players. But TNT says, you still got me. Comes out strong as lead jammer.
Diva Destruction holding points there, up on the rail for T. Didn't quite make it to her, though.
TNT with the early call-off, really looking to defend the lead more than actually trying to pick up extra points. And that's the choice you have to make when you get into this late game scenario. How do you play the clock? Do you run it out? Are you aggressive in trying to get points, or are you just trying to prevent penalties and prevent the other team from getting points? This is when the coaching becomes so critical.
I heard very clearly the VB coaches telling a blocker exactly what they wanted to see, and she responded immediately, closed up that hole on the high that they saw.
Well, see, that's quality coaching. That's what you love. But it's also the skaters listening and the skaters responding to their coaches.
Absolutely. These skaters, my goodness.
An emphatic call-off from Angel of Death. 4 points.
I was going to say aggressive call-off.
She hit her hips like she was mad at him.
No question about that one. It was assertive. It was assertive.
It was assertive. She wanted everybody to know. This jam is called The Heck Off.
Mad Mercury out in lead for Varsity Brawlers with Sweet Baby Rage hot on her heels. Mad Merc is always points hungry, so let's see what she tries to do here. Hot tamales, that was quite the collision.
She slid through a hole I couldn't even see from here.
I was ducking and diving, trying to see what was happening in the pack.
And we got ourselves a timeout for the fight crew. Got to give a shout out to all the volunteers who helped make this league possible. 95% or possibly more of all the staff you see here are volunteers. Please give them a firm and hearty handshake. The LA Derby Dolls are a non-profit organization run by the skaters, the referees, the enforcers, and everyone who loves roller derby. Some of the sitting down for an illegal block. That makes this a Fight Crew Power Jam.
Power Jam!
TNT is fighting her way through that VB wall, stepping around this way and that way, and she is finally out. Excellent defense by Varsity Brawlers. Holding a jammer for the first 20 seconds of a jam really wears them out. It's so hard to keep pushing and pushing and keep getting reset on. So great job on Varsity Brawlers. I doubt TNT enjoyed that, but here she is back, scoring points, working her way through again. Boss Odds giving her the business on the high. I think that's Mojo Mayhem giving her the business on the low.
But as she's fighting her way through this pack, she's passing skaters one by one by one. You don't have to actually get out of the pack to pass all the skaters.
That is true. I don't know who she scored on at this point because everyone was resetting so quickly, I couldn't track it.
Yeah, that's why I admire the enforcers, and I could never be one because tracking points in a pack is horrible.
I have led many a scrimmage where people were like, how many points did I get? And I said, I am not an enforcer. I have no idea.
But we know how many Fight Crew got on this one, and it is 4 points. 4 points for the Fight Crew. Great defense from VB. Holding a team to 4 points on a Power Jam is absolutely a win. Smaller Brawler goes to the box 4. Varsity Brawlers, low block. And Grease Frightening out of the pack. Lead jammer one more time. She's been having a heck of a game, Shady.
I'm starting to think there's something to that name, Greased Lightning. Like she's definitely got some Vaseline on just to slide through that pack. It is amazing watching her come out of nowhere and just slide on through.
But she has her work cut out for hitting that Fight Crew wall, forced to call it off. 1 point for the Brawlers. I have so many shout outs for Killer Frost. Her sister says, go Killer Frost, Killer Cat, I love you, pumpkin, skate fast. Mom says, I love you, skate fast, push hard, you got this. Her whole family says we love you. And her auntie says, go Killer Frost. Auntie is so proud of you. That is one skater who is not going to grow up with self-esteem problems. She is surrounded by love.
Trophy for you.
No CHAMPS trophy for me. They always have RollerCon for my birthday, which, you know, that's kind of an honor.
Fair trade-off.
I've never gone, but I still consider it an honor.
I celebrate your birthday when I'm there.
Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks, Shady.
You're welcome. Ooh, sweet baby Rage must have got one heck of a pep talk because she's out in lead jammer. No, she's not. My bad. Bella Blitz is lead jammer with sweet baby Rage hot on her heels.
Oh, they're too close to call right now.
Gosh darn, I really love watching those two skate against each other.
Such a good matchup.
Much.
So evenly matched, both with so much fire and both with 1 point for that jam. Number 36, Slim Reaper, lead jammer, Varsity Brawlers.
Fight Crew had a pretty good back wall.
Slim Reaper got them all, but she's going for more. Fight Crew is through. That's 4 points for them too, so this is a 0-0 jam right now.
Looks like one BB blocker in the back trying to break up that Fight Crew back wall. And successfully does as Slim Reaper gets through. And calls it.
The whole bench had an urgent message for the jammer, and that message was, call it off.
Sometimes when you're out there in lead jammer and you're feeling really good and the crowd's going wild, you don't realize they're going wild telling you to call it off.
8 points for the Brawlers, 6 points for Fight Crew, 165, 133, 5.5 minutes to go in the game. There goes Boss Odd, lead jammer. Pursued by Diva Destruction at Fight Crew.
Looks like Boss has enough time to put some points up, and she does before calling it off.
Yeah. Great assist from Mojo Mayhem, putting that first point in the infield to start off the scoring.
My favorite points to pick up are the ones on the infield.
Oh, absolutely.
They can't touch you.
They can't touch you, and it's nice to know you got it in your pocket. Okay, I at least got one before I have to call this off. Hey, what am I gonna say right now? That's right, it's Grease Frightening, lead jammer.
Malice in Wonderland for Fight Crew? I believe it is.
87, I do believe it is.
I believe it is. She was right on that BB Jammer's heels the whole time, which I know I've been saying it the whole game.
The whole game.
The whole game.
I've been waiting for you to say something else the whole game.
I know, but it just keeps happening, and it's so much fun to watch someone trying their hardest, skating their fastest, either trying to force a call off or take lead.
And oh my goodness, there goes Sweet Baby Rage.
And here comes Bella Blitz because she's not going to let this go down without a fight.
Oh no, the matchup we've been loving all day long.
Rage is in and quick to call it. She knew Bella was right there.
She's been watching this game too today. She knows how it goes by now. Under 4 minutes to go in the game. Fight Crew maintaining that lead. 29 points. And I see the Champs trophy is being moved into position. This is so exciting. This is like when the Stanley Cup is in the building. The Stanley Cup is in the building. Although we don't have the keeper of the Champs trophy who has to like go to everybody's hometown. Bella Blitz with a back block. She's sitting down. This is a big blow for the Brawlers because I believe that's her 7th penalty. She's ejected. So not only does VB have to defend a power gem here, they're also losing that hugely effective jammer. Gotta ask the crowd, no whistling, please. Cheer, shout, scream, do not whistle. No whistling, you will be ejected, knock it off.
VB's trying to move the pack forward a little bit to try to get away from this Fight Crew jammer. Fight Crew's trying to keep it nice and slow so their jammer can get as many laps as possible.
All right, I gotta have a serious discussion with you people in the stands right now. The whistling, it makes the skaters think the jam is over. And they will stop skating if you whistle. You will ruin the entire season for these skaters if you whistle. Please stop it.
In addition, it's extremely unsafe if one skater thinks the jam is over and the other skater doesn't. If you're not expecting that hit, it gets a lot more dangerous. Please stop whistling. If you want to whistle, please become a ref.
Email refs@derbydolls.com for more information. Less than 2 minutes to go in the game. And there goes the VB lead jammer, Mojo Mayhem.
It must be Mojo Mayhem because her whole family is over here jumping up and down. Fight Crew executing a panty pass to Hermione Danger.
Oh my goodness, an amazingly timed block by Sweet Baby Rage stops Mojo in her tracks, ends the jam. But not before VB picks up 4 points, 171 to 40. 120 to go in the game. There's one Fight Crew in the box, 3 blockers up there as Sweet Baby Rage goes to the box for a cut.
Angela Duff getting right on that VB jammer. That strong Fight Crew defense all day has been so, I'm feeling it up here. So hard to get past.
Fight Crew's really risen to the occasion all night, even when they're in ejection trouble. There goes Fight Crew through it one more time. BB Jammer's out.
Laminix trying to get a piece of chicken noodle swoop, but she doesn't.
Everybody on the bench says call it, and Chicken Noodle Swoop does. All right, we've got time for at least, I think this is probably gonna be the last jam of the game. If the team that's in the lead at the end of this jam skates clean, the game's over. If they commit a penalty and the other team doesn't, we're gonna have one more jam. Keep your eye on head ref Ridley Scorpio there in the middle. She's gonna either call for one more jam or award the game to the winners. When that happens, we invite you all to come on down and give a high five to your favorite skater, cheer on the winners, and give your best regards to the second place team.
TNT is out with lead jammer, and she had her hands up, ready to run that clock out and waiting for someone to tell her to call it.
The game clock is over. This jam's gonna continue until TNT calls it. She gets the signal from Coach Brooklyn and calls it off.
Great strategy by Fight Crew. Because remember, Fight Crew needs to have that jam clean.
Yeah, if Fight Crew skated clean, they will win the game. If not, we're going to have one more. Here's Ridley Scorpion with the decision. And that's your game. Season champions, Junior Fight Crew, 183 to 144. Angel of Death, Shreddy Mercury, Chicken Noodle Swoop, Malice in Wonderland, Grim Burton, Guillotina Belcher, Finding Gory, Diva Destruction, Pink Poison, TNT, Hermione Danger, Sweet Baby Rage, Kitten Crush, Co-Captain of Fight Crew, Shreddy Mercury, Captain of Fight Crew, Chewbacca. Congratulations to Fight Crew, Manager Karma, and happy birthday, Brooklyn Decker. I think this is one that will taste really good with a slice of cake.
And let's hear it again for the Varsity Brawlers. Bella Blitz, Slammin' Eggs, Smaller Brawler, Jinx, Mad Mercury, Killer Frost, Firefox, Skeleton, Slim Reaper, Johnny Crash, Princess Leia, and Greased Frightening with your co-captain Mojo Mayhem and your captain Boss Odds. Their manager is Jagerbaum and bench coach Oblivion Westwood.
Thank you to the enforcers, to RAD, to our medical crew, to all our event staff and volunteers who keep this place running, and thank you every parent, family member who brings their skaters out here for practices. This is your win too. We appreciate you so much because if there's no you, there's no Junior Derby Dolls. That is the truth. Thank you all for an incredible season. I'm Chixie Biscuit.
I'm Shady Hawkins.
And I just want to say thank you, and we'll see you next year.